Hello, my name is Scarlett McCabe-Abel, and today I have the pleasure of speaking with the Hare Hounds Running Club, who won the Lillywhite Shield for the Most Outstanding Club of the Year. Over the past few years, the Haries have been crowned Scottish University's cross-country champions every year since the competition began, which is an absolutely phenomenal achievement. Today I'm joined by Matthew, the men's captain of the club. So firstly, how does it feel to have won the award for the Most Outstanding Club of the Year?
We're absolutely delighted as a club and as a committee. We're really delighted. We're a bit lost for words on Thursday night when it was announced. Just so pleased that the hard work that's been, that the committee have done and the club members as well, that we kind of get to, appreciate that and it's getting recognised. Yeah, so just all around very, very proud of the club and delighted.
So when you found out, what did you do to celebrate?
I'm actually flatmates with one of the sports union executive committee members. So yeah, me and Gregor had a glass of prosecco, and it was just very bizarre. Kind of normally knowing we would be at like sports ball and I get to have a big celebration. But no, we just had a nice low-key evening. Just hopefully once all this COVID stuff's done, we can get the celebrations that we deserve.
No, definitely. I mean, you all deserve it. I mean, so let's talk about how the Haries have been the Scottish University cross-country champions every year since the competition began. I mean, that's amazing. I mean, is this because you're such a talented group of runners or because you all just work incredibly hard?
So I would probably say it's kind of a combination of both. We've got kind of really good coaching set up here, kind of overseen by Mark Pollard, Scottish Athletics Endurance Manager. So he kind of oversees everything that's going on with the performance side of things. We've got athletes who work incredibly hard. They put the miles in. They do all the gym and strength and conditioning stuff as well. So the kind of benefiting now, we're part of the Scottish Athletics Endurance Academy, and that's been the last kind of year or so. It's just great that we've seen really good results and long may it continue.
Yeah, I mean, let's hope so. I mean, you being the men's captain, obviously you're very involved with the club. So have you been running competitively for many years, or is this something you started when you joined Edinburgh?
Yeah, so I'm a bit of a funny one. I didn't. I used to play a lot of golf actually, and then it was kind of just the year before coming to uni, kind of September 2017. I went and did a park run one day because I was offered cake at the end. So I went to a park run and then just ran a little bit at home. Then came to university in September 2018, and I've been a Harry ever since, and I've kind of just started running more and more, and here we are.
So what is it about running that you love so much that's made you want to stick with the Haries for so long?
It's just running's just such a social sport. It may seem like you're just running and it's such an individual thing, but particularly with the Haries, it's far from it. Just kind of. And obviously it's slightly different just now, but kind of looking at a more normal year, you've always got a big group to run with and just kind of like-minded people who drag you through training or cheer you up if you're down. And it's just, such a great group of people. And it really, that kind of why do I run? Well, it's just, the Haries kind of is why.
Oh, that's so lovely to hear. I mean, as a club, how did you really adapt to the challenges that COVID presented? I mean, did you become closer as a club as a result of it?
So we've kind of, looking at other sports, we're kind of been in a lucky position that we're, outdoors and non-contact. So we've been able to kind of continue with most of our normal activity, but just have to kind of make a few tweaks, such as group sizes, that sort of thing. But it's been hard because we are such an inclusive club and normally thrive on having big groups and kind of everyone involved. It has been difficult kind of just dividing things up into when it was groups of 15, groups of 8. But I think everyone's kind of got on board and kind of helped the committee where they can with leading runs and stuff. So kind of, yeah, it's not been as bad as other sports, have had it. So kind of, we all appreciate that and know kind of how lucky we are.
So what would you say is, if there is a positive, I'm sure there is, but I mean, what would you say is the main positive thing that's happened as a result of COVID and sort of you as a club?
I would say kind of on an individual level, through our club membership and kind of more the performance side of things, that people, we appreciate, a race, a park run, or even just going for a coffee after a run in a group of 6 or whatever. Just kind of, I think we'll always going forward appreciate that a lot more. Yeah, so kind of, yeah, but like I said, we have been lucky that we have been able to keep a kind of sense of normality going. And I think that's been really good that people can come to the club, obviously not just now in lockdown, but kind of last semester could come along first years, and it really was kind of their only route to socialising. And as captain, it was really good to see 2 first years coming down, week 1, week 2, but by week 3 and week 4 they'd kind of there was a group of friends forming, and then you'd see on Strava them going for a run themselves, and it's good to see that you kind of help to create that friendship. And I think across the committee, that's been something that we've, seen last semester.
So obviously the pandemic has meant that the ball hasn't been able to happen in person, which is obviously very disappointing. But if you were able to be at the ball and could thank specific people that have helped you or that helped the club get to where you've got, who would you thank and what would you say?
Yeah, well, firstly, I would say kind of last year's captains, Lydia Blythe and Andrew Johnson. They were tremendous, and like none of this would have happened without them. And obviously the committee last year, this year as well, and Ella, the female captain for this year. I think just all of those people mentioned there, the Hareys wouldn't be what we are without them. And then kind of would have Francis Smith at Scottish Athletics. He's the Scottish Athletics national club manager, so he's helped us a lot in terms of club development and really just taking ideas we have forward and putting them into practice. And then obviously Sports Union, Katie McDonald, the president, and then Julia last year. They've been great and really good to bounce ideas off, and that sort of thing. So big thanks to them as well.